Right, rolling on to extras or accessories, whatever category you want to call it. Just talk you through the pose first. As you can see, got gun in hand, looking down the barrel. The pose I fucking love. In fact, I would say this is my favourite pose I've done so far. As you can see, it's the extended gun. Got him looking fucking menacing as fuck. I'm loving that. Just show you that. Oh, appreciate that, brothers. That one might be a money shot for this review. You never know. You'll decide, boys. I'm just here to do it. You make the calls on what you like. So, into his face. Oh, I'm knocking his fucking gun out of the way. What's that mean? So you've got his hat tipped over. Eyes looking up. You ever dance with devil in pale moonlight? I ask that all my victims. Oh, I just like sound of it. Beautiful. Look at that fucking thing, brothers. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Nice. Loving that. So anyway, I'll stop chatting shit and get on to accessories. As I said, you've got the extended gun, what he takes the batwing out with. Everything else obviously is laid in front of him, apart from the stand, which he's standing on. Again, same as the Batman stand. I really think they should have done a Joker symbol, sort of like what they put on the item you shine the torch through. That really should have been symbol on that for me, but at least it matches. So, yeah, again, the lights do work. There's no batteries in at the moment. So, rolling down. Start at this end. Got the bull-horn, which just pretty much is sculpted orange bull-horn. Looks okay. Don't think I'd pose it with it, but it's a nice touch. Spare hand pegs, always nice. The two remote devices. I think one of these is a bomb if I'm right. I can't really remember. I think that one's a bomb and that's the remote for helicopter. Could be wrong. Not remote, you know, like to call helicopter sort of thing. Some dollar bills, y'all. Beautiful, nice pictures. The orange gas mask. Again, nice touch. Don't think I'd ever use it. The Joker card. So you can get you some detail off that bad boy. Similar to the Heath Ledger version as. Heath Ledger, sorry. Fucking Ledger. Calling me Sean Long next, keep saying things wrong. The cane. Nice for a lot of the posers. The small pistol with the bang flag coming out. Now, the one thing with that is it's only got bang on one side. It's not got it on the other. I think it would have made sense to put it on both so you could pose it sort of aiming at his own head like that, or if you wanted to do it from the other side. So that. Then his hands. Obviously, he's got a right and a left hand on. If I just show you that hand, because I want to make a point here. That's kind of a pointing hand. It don't go right trigger sort of thing, but it's the most closed right hand that he has. So you've got that one. You've got the spread left. Then you get these other two lefts, which you basically can't really grab a good deal with that. And that one's pretty much the same sculpt, just slightly more closed. Probably would hold the teeth and maybe the remote, not sure. But you only get, like I say, 2 spare left hands, 4 spare right. Now, they're all variants of, like, the relaxed hand. You've got the spread hand, you've got the one slightly closed, a little bit more closed, and then this one. Now, the thing that pisses me off with this is there's no definite hand for the gun. I would think it's that one that I'm using, but normally with the Hot Toys, you'd get an hand that curls around the trigger. Now, I suppose if you pulled that finger away, you could possibly use that hand, but then you're tempting breaking fucking trigger on gun, which I don't really want to do. So I'm not sure if the gun's supposed to go in that hand, or that hand, which really don't grip it right. That's more for the cane, and it's a little bit too big to grab the cane as well. So I'm not too sure with what the gun's supposed to go in. I think it's either that one or the one I've got it in, but like I said, there's no definite gun holding hand, which is a fucking strange thing. But anyway, so that's one thing that lets the extras down. The teeth, I'll just show you. They will chatter if you push them backwards and forwards. A little spring inside. So yeah, they will chatter, but obviously they won't wind up. And then obviously the spare jacket obviously comes wearing that one, and that one he's got on spare. But for the sake of this review, I've left it dressed as it is. Now, to be honest, I think probably other than the Michael Jackson, that for me is the most disappointing extras on a DX figure. Now, a lot might argue and say, no, this one had less or this one had less and whatever. I think the other figures were always overcompensated with either spare face plates or another head sculpt or a diorama or the stand with the idol in the Indiana Jones or the boat steering wheel with Captain Jack Sparrow. You could make 2 figures with a Bruce Lee if you just added another body. So this one, it's missing too much for me, and especially when I tell you the price I paid for it, it's definitely not got enough for my liking. There's no diorama background. Like I said, what you've got are small things possibly that I wouldn't use. I mean, it's a fucking awesome looking figure, no two ways about it, but it just left me wanting a little bit more. Now, what else could you put with it? Now, straight away, you could either put a Jack Napier head before he changes, or you could put the flesh version of the Joker head when he goes to that meeting. You could put another complete outfit like the mime artist outfit, the black and white suit. The beret would have been a fucking easy one because he does wear the beret every now and again in film. I don't know, just something more. I think there should have been at least another head or a complete outfit or a diorama backdrop. Even if the backdrop that Wayne's Butler's going to use, the float. But I don't know, it's just missing too much for me. So on the accessories, I could give it a 3. That's how disappointed I am. But I'm going to give it a 4 because I know a lot of people will say, well, it's got plenty of different things. It has got plenty of things, but this thing's missing. So for Clipper King, I'm just going to give it a 4 out of 5. But I will say, I'm fucking loving that pose, and feel free to use it if you want, brothers. Right, onto the value, and get ready to take a fucking nosedive because this bitch set you back big time. The pre-orders on this figure to get to UK were around, including shipping, they were about 195 from an early stage, maybe 190 if you were lucky. When this figure released last Friday, obviously I got the money to one side, I jumped on it, sent the messages out, I got 2 answers back. The Grey Man told me I could have it for $335, which is fucking way over odds. But obviously I wanted it, which equated to 220 quid, which is what I paid. So the price, weren't happy about it. And what I will say is, this is the first figure that I know I really, really wanted that I really couldn't justify the money for. A lot of other figures, I've wanted them really bad, and I thought, oh, fuck it, it's worth it. This one, I was so tempted not to fucking buy it now, I've got to be honest. I thought, shall I wait? Shall I not even bother? It actually put me off a fucking collecting, which is a first for a long, long time for me. But, like I said, it was only because I'd sold the Michael Jackson a few weeks ago, and I had the money to one side for this figure. I knew I was going to be around £200 anyway. It went to 220, and I'm thinking to myself, is it really, really worth that? And to be honest, if I'm being honest with myself, and I'm being honest with you guys, I'd say no, it's not worth that. It should be the same price as the Batman DX, which I picked up for about 175, if I'm right. It should have been close to that. Now, we're talking nearly 50 quid more. And why? I mean, I've talked to my friends on Skype with this, and they've said it's the Jack Nicholson likeness. Fuck Jack Nicholson likeness. If Hot Toys have got to pay extra for a likeness, make more at same figure. Don't bust us fucking balls so we've all got to pay extra money. They did it with a Superman, and to be honest, the Superman as a figure altogether is fucking average at best. You're that love it, brothers, I'm sorry, but it's a fucking awesome head sculpt and a really good figure, but it brought fuck all but a good box. Now, that's the facts that matters. We had to pay extra for the Superman because the Christopher Reeve likeness. We had to pay extra for the likeness on this. Fuck that, Hot Toys. You take fucking cost at likeness and make as many figures as you need to cover that cost. Don't charge us all more and only run a line of 5,000 or however many you're doing. Now, onto the pose. As you can see, he's cash in hand, showing you what he's got, throwing some money out. Nice pose, again, it looks awesome. You can't make this figure look bad. It's a fucking awesome piece as far as the figure goes, but as a set, I've been a little bit let down with it. I know some of you want to hear that, but you're going to get truth from me. So the value, I've given it a 3 out of 5. I would think it'll always stay around this price, but I don't see it blowing up. Now, the reason I say that is, I've noticed the aftermarket on these hot toys is hitting fucking toilet, brothers. I've been trying to sell figures, and I probably put a couple of figures up every month or every second month. It seems to be getting harder and harder to move your used figures on. Even the Mark II Iron Man, I paid £165 for that about a month ago. I've had that listed on eBay since, and it never went for 150 quid. Now, I was willing to lose that little bit of money because I wanted to get it early, review it, and put it back up for sale. Now, I can't sell that figure for less than 150 quid because it'd be costing me money to have imported it for somebody else to pick up on. Now, no point to that. So I'm just starting to think on these figures, boys. Are we all better off waiting a little bit, trying to pick them up cheaper, or just holding out and trying to bring the prices down in general? Because if these figures are going to keep coming out around 200 quid, Clipper King's getting out of the game fast style. I'm happy with collection I've got at the minute, and it won't bother me if I ever sold another figure or ever bought one at the moment, because there's probably two I'm waiting for. That's the Black Suit Spider-Man and the Luke Skywalker, possibly, and I wouldn't mind the Elvis. Other than that, I'm not really bothered with the rest of the shit that they're showing us. So that's my thoughts on it. The value, I've given it a 3 out of 5. That's the lowest value on a figure I can ever remember getting at. You could come back and tell me I'm wrong with that, and I did get another figure less, but I don't think this figure is worth 220 quid. But I've paid it, I've got it, I'm happy with it. Just a little bit let down on what Hot Toys are doing at the moment. So I will say respect to Enterbay as well on that, because the licenses that I'm hearing that they've got should really blow Hot Toys out of fucking water this year. And I hope it is a kick up arse that Hot Toys need, because who wants to see a fucking Green Lantern and 50 different versions of Iron Man and fucking everybody else we're going to get with fucking Avengers series? Who wants another Black Widow? Or would you soon have a Rocky or a Rambo figure? Tell the truth, because I know I'd want Rocky or Rambo. So, but anyway, that's a little rant. So like I said, the value, I'm giving it 3 out of 5. So I'll just put a little pause in, get him in with the other Batman figures, show you I've got him set up, and tell you my overall thoughts. Right, so time for the sum up. I've given it a 30 out of a possible 35. Awesome looking figure, fucking joy to have in the collection. Show you the pose. I've gone back to the arm at full stretch. This time he's walking cane by his side, and the long gun out. As a whole, the top shelf is now, I've sort of done the 89 version Batman's at the front of the shelf, and sort of the new Joker and Batman at the back. Nice little setup, I think. More than happy with it. So yeah, like I said, awesome looking figure. Head sculpt fucking up there with Jack Sparrow, definitely. Contender for figure of the year, maybe just a little bit too early to say, but if they keep doing them better, then it's good for us all. Obviously I'd like them to keep the fucking cost down, I wish they would, but we never know what might happen. Again, got him with the fucking awesome Batman, and behind that, and the Bale Batman, Heath Ledger Joker. I'm more than happy to have that on top shelf. Fucking you know it. So that's another review by Clipper King. Hope you enjoy it. If there's anything you'd change about these reviews, please let me know. I'm open to suggestions. I don't think I'm be all and end all this reviewing game. So anything you want to see extra, boys, let me know. If you don't tell me, I'm never going to guess it. Those who are thumbing them down, fucking carry on. You are bothering me, I'll be honest. Really fucking bothering me, but if it makes you happy, carry on doing it. Just have balls to tell me what it is I'm doing that's fucking upsetting you so much. But anyway, this is a Clipper King, and I'm out of here, brothers.